everybody, welcome back to When a Gay Girl Meets a Trans Girl.
Hi, everybody. So, I was just waiting for her to say that she was the gay girl, and this is her trans girl, but she didn't. So, I'm the trans girl, and I believe this is the gay girl. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is Holly.
This is Holly. How have you been? It's been a solid couple of weeks since we have been on here. We took a little bit of a break, but we are back just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, I'm doing exams and my head is all fuzzy and along with the holiday stuff, it's super fun.
There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of people dealing with the exams and their finals and midterms and all kinds of other stuff with school. And then we got Thanksgiving, and you just had Halloween, and now we got Christmas and Hanukkah and whatever else we got going on this time of year. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a busy time of year. Well, on the topic of this time of year is a busy year, it's also a busy year or busy time of year in people's heads. And I guess we wanted to talk about, bring it back to the LGBTQ community. And we know that for some reason, it's sometimes a harder time of year for this community. Probably, obviously, due to some people being excluded from their families. That's obviously depressing. But yeah, it can be a sad time for people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of different reasons. We have a few articles that we kind of want to go over. With a lot of the stress and the holidays and, you know, how people may feel, and kind of some ideas on what you can do to handle some of the stress and how you can make yourself feel a little bit better during this time of the year, and kind of even go over our own experiences a little bit and let you know some of what we had to deal with growing up. We have very different stories when it comes to that, but I think you'll be interested to see that one of us may actually fit what you've gone through, or what you are going through, or what you feel like you might have to go through, and that's okay. But when it comes down to it, do you have any stresses? Do you have any issues when it comes to you for the holidays? How do you feel when it comes to the holidays? Do you feel stress-free? Do you feel a little bit stressed? I mean, what goes through your mind?
I mean, as a civilian, no, I feel perfectly fine. I'm happy. I have my family that I love, and I spend time with them. And when I was in the Marine Corps, yes, it was depressing because you're away from your family and other people are with their families, and that was really low. But I don't know, civilian world, I'm totally happy. I have a good family.
Okay. Well, you're pretty lucky. That's, I know, it's not very fortunate for everybody to have the same experience as that. Growing up, I didn't identify as being trans. It took me many, many years to come out as who I ended up becoming. And so I had a pretty good life. I have aunts and uncles, more cousins than I can count, and then they have their children. And we all, I feel like, got along pretty well. I had a pretty good relationship with all of them. I know that things are being what they are in my life. You know, it makes it a little bit harder for me to keep a relationship because I'm not sure that many of them seem to have that kind of interest in me because I am trans. But I'm not sure that they don't either. It's just kind of a feeling you get, and maybe I don't put myself out there enough.
Maybe. You have to gauge it yourself. Like, you grew up with your family, so I think whatever your gut is telling you should do, like, if they seemed okay with who you are, then they wouldn't have cut ties with you. So if they're wanting to be near you during the holidays, even if they may act a little uncomfortable, they're taking the big step. And yes, they're going to be uncomfortable. This is different, but they're wanting to do it. They're wanting to be close to you and try to support you. It's uncomfortable for you too, but...
Yeah, well, I had another cousin that contacted me a couple years ago, and she was like, this is going to be a rough time for you, and you just need to show up, and it needs to be a Band-Aid that you need to just rip off and be around people, get around people again, especially your family, because, she tells me that they love me, and they still do, and it's just hard for everyone to see me as who I identify with, because they're so used to, for many, many years, seeing me as a completely different person. So I get that. It's not easy for everyone to look at you and say, oh, I'm all of a sudden going to back your decision and think of you as someone else and think of you as the other gender. And it's not easy. And that's something that I think we got to step back and look at before we start walking up to people and expecting them to be involved in our lives in any kind of way. And, especially with the holidays, they don't know what you like. They're going to be like, oh, well, I've always seen this person as someone that liked, I don't know, guy things maybe, or girl things. And for that being a completely different thing or a switch, it might be a little weird on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. But, I mean, it is weird for them. They grew up seeing you one way, and now you're another way. I think if society, well, our society didn't have all the strict boy and girl stigmas, it probably wouldn't be as weird. Just like... I don't know, if you saw like a cross-dressing girl finally say, hey, I'm transgender, then it wouldn't be as different and it wouldn't be as much of a shock. But seeing like a straight guy, you go from baggy boy clothes to skimpy girl clothes, that's a bigger visual presentation.
Yeah, I know. It definitely is a huge change. I think a lot of people... I think they do find that to be a weird thing because, I don't know, I think girls, they get away with being able to wear boy clothes, or what we call boy clothes.
Well, it's anything masculine. Stems down to if it's more masculine, then it's okay.
Well, people don't seem to care. They don't care that a girl steps out of the house and wears baggy clothes and wears a baggy t-shirt.
Yeah, that's the point. It's got... anything that has a masculine kind of flair to it is more acceptable because it's, I don't want to say a man's world, but if that's kind of how it is right now.
But, you got a guy that steps out in a mini skirt or even shaves his legs, and you got people looking at them being like, what's wrong with them? There's something wrong with them. And yeah, I don't get it. And then I guess it goes back to being around your family. You're around somebody that is not used to that because of the world we're in, and you're definitely looked at weird, even by family. You're not accepted completely.
Yeah.
But I found an article that I thought was quite interesting. It was from 2018. It's from NBC News, and it's from I hope I don't butcher the name too bad here. Alexander Kakla, and Kakala. It's a very neat name. But they talk about in here that the holiday season is extremely stressful and can be triggering for many people, especially that of the LGBT community. And they are more likely than their non-LGBTQ counterparts to experience stress and anxiety and depression during this time of year. Research shows that the community are more likely to experience these symptoms year-round, but numerous mental health providers say that the holiday season, especially returning home for the holiday, can exacerbate these symptoms. And I totally get that. I totally agree with that. They also go on to say that psychologist Dr. Logan Jones, who is head of the NYC Therapy and Wellness Center, echoes a lot of the same conclusions, and they say that
even though experiences vary by individual, most of his LGBTQ and non-binary clients report similar feelings of tension and stress during the holidays.
Yeah. Common struggles range from anxiety to depression and feelings of rejection for freely expressing themselves as authentic. But that's just what we're talking about. It's a lot harder because you are afraid of being rejected. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes feeling like that. They continue to talk about how they're afraid of homophobic sentiments and rejection by family members, especially ones that you're close with. You know, you miss that love, you miss that talking, or, you know, the friendship or the family that you had that treated you a certain way. And it's just not the same thing. It's just not the same thing anymore.
My family's still the same. I'm not treated any different, and I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah. My immediate family treats me really well, and that's something I am very proud of, and I cannot imagine any of you having an issue with your immediate family, siblings, you know, a mom or a dad, even your own kids, you know. I mean, that can be a really horrible thing. Going into the holidays, you just want to be able to give them a gift, or you want to receive a gift, or you just want to be there, you know, just to sit with them, maybe by a fire, or you want to go look at Christmas lights or have Christmas dinner. And you may not be able to do that, and that's a very stressful time of year. But, you know, there are ways that you can fix how you feel, and it may just be a Band-Aid, but it's something that can help you through the holiday season and get you through to the next year, and hopefully in the long run it's something that you can work on in the future years to come.
And that's also where Friendsgiving has become increasingly popular. Everyone that is away from their families usually gets together with friends that they love as much as their family.
Yeah, that's something that we ended up having this last weekend here. We had Friendsgiving. We had a bunch of people over, and, you know, a handful of them are part of the LGBT community. One of them is actually probably one of my biggest fans.
Oh, Madison?
Yeah, Madison. She's, Maddie is what we call her. She's probably getting a kick out of it right now. Hopefully even laughing, maybe in her car or at work. So that's kind of a shout out to Maddie. We love you, and thanks for being one of our biggest fans. But having all of our friends join us on kind of a special day that we've created that's kind of a cross between Christmas and Thanksgiving, it really helps bring the holidays home. And that's something that you might think about. Might just help you through some of that.
And my delicious turkey.
It was pretty good turkey, actually. It was really good.
So good.
So on the same article, they go over some ideas to help you out.
Basically, taking inventory. Ask yourself some questions. Basically, what are you wanting from, like, the holidays? Why do you not feel good about yourself? And then it says you can create a mantra of self-acceptance. It'll help reframe your mind from going backwards in time. I like how that sounds. Reframe your mind from going backwards in time.
You know, that's true. That happens. I think that happened right after I came out. I kept thinking back about how I wanted it to be, and you really need to think, like, about how it could be, not remember the past the way it was.
Yeah. Could build new bridges. The third thing is to take calm down breaks.
That's super important.
Which, calm blue ocean from The Simpsons, meditate, or just relax. I know I personally, when I don't know, even at work, I like to go out on my lunch break and just chill in the silence in my vehicle just to decompress. You could also visualize yourself succeeding at a goal. I am trying very hard to do that with my exams, but it is very difficult because I'm not good at math. But I keep telling myself, where will I be next week? And that's been helping me get through this. So maybe I could help with something more important, like your feelings. Be mindful of microaggressions.
Yes, definitely.
Who's the saying that would be using the microaggressions? Like, we need to be on the lookout for people using them against us, or we need to not use them? Oh, like, why aren't you married yet? And this is my gay cousin. I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those always irk me. I definitely feel my face twitch, and I'm like, I know they don't mean to be insulting.
Yeah, we're fortunate because, we have the ability to possibly have a child in the future, because when I had my vaginoplasty, we had my sperm saved. So in the future, that is a possibility for us. But I can imagine you have a lot of females, two females getting together, even two males getting together, and you're like, well, you guys can't have a kid. Or maybe if you have a kid, it's one of them's not going to be, the baby may not be one of yours. Who's going to be the one that carries it? This or that. I can imagine that is a huge micro aggression that is probably extremely uncomfortable. And I have fortunately never had to deal with that. But a lot of that's because I'm not around my extended family as much when it comes to the holidays.
Yeah, and the next one is...
Before you move on, is that something you've ever dealt with?
Microaggressions?
Well, I mean, like, as far as it comes to, like, having children. Or has anyone said, well, you're never going to have children?
No. No.
Okay, I was just wondering. Just wonder if that's something you ever experienced. Okay, moving on.
Alright, so get moving. And basically it's saying to exercise, which we all know exercise releases endorphins. And that's the stuff that makes your body happy. I'm all about exercise.
I would love to start exercising. I know I need it.
It is the happy medicine, and it makes you feel free. It's a good zoning out time.
Release those endorphins and just kind of get moving and get yourself all pumped. Listen to some Christmas music, if that's what you like.
Or some heavy metal or techno.
I like Christmas music.
Give me fuel, give me fire.
Give me that which I desire.
Yeah.
Oh. We'll have a CD out next year.
Will Metallica come after us for that?
They probably would.
Oh.
No, not off of this.
Off of this?
Hopefully they get a kick out of it.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Because I love their music.
So number 6. Tell us about number 6.
Practice assertiveness.
Assertiveness.
So when insensitive statements or actions cross the line, speak up for yourself. You don't have to be a jackbottom about it. You don't have to be like, hey, shut your mouth. You can be all like, please don't make comments like that. They're painful and make me feel unwelcome here. Which, I mean, give or take whatever you want to do exactly with that.
I get assertiveness. I also think there needs to be an extent where you need to be understanding. Maybe it's just me. You get a lot of people... Well, I don't know. I get a lot of people that want to ask me questions or are curious, and I've also heard other people get upset about some of the questions that have been asked for me. Does that make sense? And to me, somebody asking me about being transgender or how I feel or whatever is okay. I want them to understand me. And I also think you need to realize there's a difference between people trying to understand and people actually being, in a Holly quote, a jackbottom.
God.
There's a huge difference between a real quote, Jack Bottom, and someone really, really curious wanting to get to know you all over again. So, my 2 cents.
I'm gonna need about Tree Fitty.
Tree Fitty?
Tree Fitty. Because it was the Loch Ness Monster. It's South Park.
Oh.
So number 7 is another way to help yourself. Stay connected with allies. And that means you go sign some pacts with England and try to get everybody on board for meeting the Germans on the shore. Well, maybe I shouldn't joke about that.
Wow.
Sorry, I am actually very sensitive towards the plight, and I really don't. I feel so bad for the Jewish community. Everything they've had to endure throughout the dawn of time. Anyway, we're talking about gays right now, not the Jews. If you choose to go home for the holidays, inform your friends and allies that you'll be needing some extra emotional support during this time of year. Now, me, I'm not the mushy-gushy type of person where I'm gonna be all like,
No,
help
she's
me,
not.
I'm sad.
No, she's not.
I'm gonna be the kind of person that's like, hey, can we hang out, or do you guys want to go do this? That's my little plea for, like, I really need someone right now. So you might keep an eye on your friends that are not so mushy-gushy. Just keep an eye, like, listen to what they're saying, and if it sounds a little different, it might be that they're lonely and they're just not comfortable expressing that.
I don't know. When it comes to you, I don't see you, like, asking to hang out with people. You're more of the, oh, I'm feeling a little depressed. I need to talk to someone. And then 2 minutes later, you're sitting on your Nintendo Switch playing with Pikachu. Pikachu, let's play. You make me feel so much better.
When I was younger, it just goes along with the psychology of it. When you're younger, you need your social groups and everything. Which I guess I still need some social groups, but we have text messaging now, so I just text with my friends.
My social group is mainly work. So when I need to talk to someone, I'm just like, hey, Maddie, I need to talk to you. Let's go hang out.
I don't talk to Maddie because I do not work with Maddie, but I'm sure you're great.
You probably could talk to her.
Baby.
Again, Maddie, I love you. Anyway, so that being said, if there's anything that we happen to miss when it comes to ideas to help someone feel a little bit less stressed for the holidays, maybe get on our Facebook page and drop us a line, tell us what you think. If you have any questions, just give us a holler on there too. We'd love to kind of, talk to you about maybe what you're doing for the holidays coming up. Maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better.
An easy one that definitely comforted me, like I know when I was active duty and lonely during the holidays, food. Homemade food. My friends would show up and just surprise me with little meals or feasts from their holiday feast, and it'd make me feel loved. That they, one, came to see me during that time, or two, that they took the time out from whatever they were doing to come say hi and see me during it.
Yeah, that's sweet. I think the number one thing is, though, guys, tomorrow's another day. The holidays are just the holidays. You will get past it. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from alcohol. You don't need that to be something that helps you through the day. Put on a movie. Call your friends. There's always someone somewhere to talk to about how you feel.
Or play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with me. I have about 7 shinies. We could go shiny hunting, and yes, I got my diploma. I have all 400 Pokemon, and I have the shiny charm.
That's crazy. I'm still about 75 Pokemon away. I was waiting for that noise.
Shiny. That's from Moana. I'm addicted to that song. It sounds like a David Bowie kind of song. I love it.
We'll have to get the rights and maybe play that on here.
That'd be so awesome.
So, I guess we're going to take a little bit of a break. And then we got gay gaming coming up with Miss Holly over here. I'm sure she has something really cool for us. So we will be right back. That was me, not Holly.
Alright, everybody, so we're back with gay gaming. And I wanted to talk about Animal Crossing. If anybody has ever played it, it's the game where you try to get different little villagers, which are, what's the word for, like a human, not hominid, anamorphic, the one where the animals are kind of like humans, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so you try to get them to move into your island, you decorate it. It's a really fun game. I'm not sure how well it is in like the gay community. It does seem to be more of kind of a girly game, so I don't really know how the butchy or lesbians take to it, because I know most of my butchy lesbian friends are more into the shooters, like what is it, Gears of War and Call of Duty, those kind of games. That's a bit too masculine for me. I may be a tomboy, but that ain't my style. Anyway, but one of the characters I wanted to talk about in Animal Crossing was, what's her name? Velma. And Velma, among the fan community, is theorized, well, I know theory, blah, 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 but she is theorized to be transgender because she looks like a girl. She's pink, got blue eyes, transgender colors, but she also has a beard, which I know she's a goat, but she's, I don't know, I guess girl goats have beards, but I know a lot of the community has just, they really love her because they think that they're supporting the trans community, which is great. If that's how the community perceives her and they still love her, then that's awesome. I don't know if the creators intended for that, but it's pretty great. Just like Sylveon from Pokemon is pink and blue. I don't know if they intended for that to be like a trans mascot, but it sort of became one.
I love Sylveon. I think that is the cutest character that Pokemon could ever create, and it definitely represents transgender females, I think.
Now, see, when I first met Brooklyn, her favorite Pokemon was Skizor. She didn't even know who Sylveon was. And I was like, why is Sylveon not your favorite? And I sent her a picture, and she was like, oh, she's my favorite now.
So I was pretty new to Pokemon, right? I just got onto it probably about a year before, and before I met her, Holly, and it was just not something that I did a lot of research on, was all the Pokemon.
So Velma from Animal Crossing, she wants to be a lawyer. She is the only female goat villager to have a tuft or beard, a trait nearly all male goat villagers have. So again, that is another hint that maybe she's transgender goat that just, I don't know, I wouldn't say she's transgender, because if she's transgender, then she's going to be shaving that beard off because she wants to look more effeminate. Maybe she's non-binary. Maybe. I mean, I've seen women with full-on beards, so maybe she's just like, whatever, I don't want to shave it. I'm a goat. I mean, there's so many things that could be going on with Velma. So many things. And I know this is just a game, but I don't know, it's just like stories. Stories have things that impact us and impact cultures. Maybe one day Velma will be the leader or a mascot of a movement. Anyway, I promise I don't do drugs. Just get a little deep into this stuff. She bears a resemblance to Velma Dinkley from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, she does. Oh, she's got the glasses just like her.
That's interesting. I never really noticed that. I'm looking at a picture of her, yeah. That's neat.
I've thought of that, but I've never read it confirmed. That's funny. And then there was another character, what's his name? Raymond. The one with the was it heterozygous when you have two different color eyes? The one with the two different color eyes that everybody loves. Everybody thinks he's gay because he likes to wear his little maid outfit. And I'm just like, I guess. But, he's one of the fan favorites. He's, like, probably the fan favorite, and everybody loves this gay man kitty.
So, I actually know, if you've ever played Animal Crossing, you know that you can design clothing.
Yeah.
And you can actually put it out there for other people to find and buy, correct?
Not buy. They can download it and wear it, or put it on their flags, put it on furniture. It's really neat.
Well, there's a lot, from what I've done out of research, there is a lot of people that have created tons of LGBTQ pieces of clothing or decor for the game. So you can walk around with a rainbow shirt on, or a transgender flag shirt, or whatever. But I find that really neat, too. They allow you to express yourself a little bit deeper than a lot of other games like that do.
Yeah, I hope that more games will start doing stuff like that. Like, maybe have apps that go with the games where you can, like, customize your own clothing and do that. Like, that would be so cool. Like, some games need to be getting on that. And yes, I know they're trying to monetize everything and make their own cool outfits, but I don't know, maybe they could do, like, a subscription, like $5 for the app, and you can make your own outfits kind of thing.
Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of research too, and they said that there's some subtle nods to certain characters, I guess, being in relationships with other characters, and they are identified as male, male, female, female. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I haven't noticed it so much in this game. In the older Animal Crossings I have.
Yeah, they talk about Flick and CJ talking about each other in kind of a romantic way when you talk to them.
Oh, they're not villagers, though. They're the fishing tournament guy and the bug artsy guy.
Yeah. And then you also have Sahara and Gracie, which is interesting as well.
So yeah, that's our gay gaming for today.
So definitely check it out. What's the cost on that game?
Animal Crossing?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't think it's dropped in price at all. I think it's still $59.99, and then you can get the Happy Home DLC, which is, I think, $24.99, unless if you have the Nintendo Ship Online Membership Expansion Pack, which that's kind of expensive. It's like $50 or $60 a year for a solo person,
Yeah.
give or take.
Well, it's a really fun game, and going into the holidays, that might be something that you give to a child or a friend. But she got me into it a couple of years ago around the holidays, so this time of year it means something a little bit more to me. You're gonna be right about the point where they're gonna have all the Christmas and holiday decor coming out, so you can, gather that up right now, and the ground should be covered in snow.
Yeah, and if you're feeling lonely, that game is really good about making you feel like a little family kind of on your island. They even do like little holiday stuff, and it's very festive, very pretty. And
yeah, they set up holiday parties, and going around like 4th of July, they have like the fireworks, and they do a lot of little fun things. It is really a community type game, but it is worth getting into. Definitely look at it if you have not played it yet. But that being said, I think we're going to close it out, and we wanted to play a little, or I guess not play a little game. We were going to do a little something here. I know we try to tend to like get into some kind of a game or a little quiz or something, and Holly decided to buy. We went to a candy store, and she bought something called the Little Nitro.
Little Nitro.
Now, you guys know what the Little Nitro is? It is a gummy bear. It is a single gummy bear that is as red as a fire.
It is the world's hottest gummy bear, and it has been infused with 9 million Scoville, making it 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper.
Do you want to try it?
I don't want to eat the whole thing.
No? You can take half of it?
No.
No?
You handle spice better than me. Like, she put her finger on it and touched her tongue, and it burned for like a few minutes. I'm smelling it, and it's burning my eyes.
You gonna lick it?
Ugh, I might lick it. Are you gonna lick it?
You know,
Maybe I shouldn't.
I don't know. I did touch it. Like, I just touched it with my finger and stuck it on my tongue.
Well, I'm gonna touch it.
You're gonna try it? Touch it.
Touch it?
You kind of push on it a little bit. There you go. Put it on your tongue. You gotta wipe it on your tongue. Can you feel anything?
Yes.
Is it getting hot?
Oh my god. Oh, it's hot.
It's starting to feel a little hot.
Oh, it gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah, it just keeps starting to burn more and more and more.
Oh my god. Whew. How do people eat this whole thing?
I'm curious what it would taste like. But I'm also not wanting to clean my colon out either. I'm just not sure I should. I've never... You know, if this was chicken, I'd probably be okay with it. If I had...
Put my tongue on it.
You're gonna put your tongue on it? Do it. You know, she had her... She had her tongue sticking out like the kid on Christmas Story. You okay? Her face is getting rather red here.
It doesn't last that long. That one didn't last too long. It still burns, but here, put your tongue on it. It's not that bad.
Okay, put it in your mouth.
No. Lick it.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That is really crazy. Put it in your mouth. I want to see you eat it.
No. I'm gonna eat a foot.
You're gonna...
Here,
She's gonna
you
take
eat a foot with me too.
Oh my god.
I'll just have a little nubbin. Just rip his
She's
little
just
foot off.
ripping his feet off. Okay.
Ready?
Cheers.
Oh wait. Oh.
Wow, so we are finally back after about 15 minutes of trying to clean our mouths out.
Alright, so we are pansies. The little foot from the gummy bear was awful. We did not cry, but holy moly, it was strong.
We are going to dispose of that gummy bear in a very careful way.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to like throw it away, like scared like an animal might eat it or something.
If we hear weird noises coming from outside, we know one got into the trash.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh my goodness, that was... I cannot imagine... I don't know, and the thing was, it was just hot. There was no flavor. It's not like you had cherry to cover it up. It's not like you had the flavor of buffalo from buffalo wings to cover it up.
Yeah.
It was just hot, and it was hot.
It smells kind of like honey mixed with peppers, but it does not taste like honey mixed with peppers. It just tastes like peppers and death.
Yeah, it's like just throwing pieces of seasoning, just rubbing, I don't know.
Yeah, my tongue and my gums burn.
Wow. Well, we learned a lesson. Don't buy hot gummies.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
No. Well, I think that's it for today. We are going to have to go downstairs and drink tons of milk. And, well, I will. I'm going to drink tons of milk. She can sit there and have her mouth burning.
Ew.
So, thank you guys again for joining us today. And we will be back next week for the holidays. And I hope you guys all can take something from this episode. And remember that you're not alone, and there's a lot of people out there just like you going through the same thing, and we need you to stay alive. We need you to stay strong, because having you part of the community is what makes us strong. So we love you. Take care of yourself, and hit us up on Facebook if you have any questions.
Yeah, take care of yourselves. Don't do anything stupid. Don't eat a hot gummy bear.
Stay away from those gummy bears.
If you do it, kudos to you. Let us know. You definitely can handle more of a gummy than we can.
I would like to know if anybody can do that.
Yeah. Hoo-wee. Anyway, happy holidays. And, yeah.
Until next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on our show. Don't forget to check out our other shows wherever podcasts are available. And if you're in the position to help our podcast grow, please join us at patreon.com/ggirltgirl.com and check out our Facebook page for more updates and messages at gaygirl/transgirl. And if you're joining us here from YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.